Greetings, everyone. It is time for another AEW Dynamite watch along. Winter is coming. I like to pop on a little bit early, as I do every week, to just take care of some housekeeping things, some advertising, if you will. LPW number 44 is coming January 23rd, back at our home at the Rec Room, South Edmonton Common. Tickets available right now at Tixer.com. If you cannot be there live, you can check us out on IWTV, featuring the beautiful voice of myself. 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern is when that gets underway. Coming up this Saturday, Saturday Night Love will feature wrestling music videos. And by this I mean like ones produced by wrestling companies. So I went through and I pulled some stuff today. It should be a lot of fun, a lot of blasts from the past on Saturday Night Love this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern on the Twitch. Of course, on the 16th, you will see Quizplex return, featuring myself trying to take my interim crown to a regular crown. That will be starting at 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday after NXT. All the super chats and donations, etc., going to the amazing charity Toys for Tots, which is very important this type of year. And 1 week from Saturday, it is the Saturday Night Love Cage of Death Open House Christmas Party, Saturday, December 20th, over on the Twitch, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern for that. So we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the world of Love Wrestling. Stick around at the top of the hour, which is just a couple of minutes from now. We will have Winter is Coming, AEW Dynamite. Good evening, good evening. It's time for AEW Watch Along with Boris. Dun, 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 dun.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, Dynamite, jazz hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.
The rings all set, the lights are bright, so settle in, it's Wednesday night. With matches stacked, the action's prime. AEW's love is Dynamite time, and with Big Bad Boris, we're ready to roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll.
It is indeed time to kick off the night and rock and roll. AEW are coming on the air as we speak. I see a referee in the ring, so I assume that we are going to start off with a match. I went through all the housekeeping of all the exciting things coming up in the Love Wrestling world. We will be talking more about all that stuff as we come through the night. International Animal Rights Day. Well, I'm down with that for sure. We're going to see the AEW title on the line tonight, as well as the Tornado Tag match. We're going to hear, apparently, from Mark Briscoe. I love hearing from Mark Briscoe. The Continental Classic will continue. Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball said on Twitter that he's going to win this match. And we will see Jack Perry, who is replacing Darby Allin in the Continental Classic, take on Kazuchika Okada. And we will crown the first ever AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Babes of Wrath, against the, what are they, the Timeless Love Bombs? Apparently that is up next. I think we're going to start off with that. Apparently that is the case, as the music of Tony Storm fills the Atlanta whatever arena they're in. I had a busy weekend of trying to catch up on wrestling. I watched TNA Impact. I've watched most of, was it Final Resolution? I watched about half of the first GCW show of the last weekend. Plus I watched Final Battle. It's all a blur. Switching between them all. I should start taking notes or something because I don't remember too many specifics. I remember I enjoyed Final Battle quite a bit, but I always enjoy the ROH pay-per-views, partially just out of nostalgia and partially because, you know, they're pretty good. Alrighty, so Tony Storm. Oh, Sting's back in the front row. And here come the Babes of Wrath with matching gear. And matching dance moves, I might add, as well. Yeah, this is a pretty packed episode of the old AEW Dynamite tonight. Oh, looks like kind of a smaller building they're in, at least from that camera angle, but it doesn't matter. It just matters how much, how well we are entertained. Now, I really don't know who's going to win this whole thing. My gut is telling me that the Babes of Wrath are going to win. But, I mean, because I was thinking, like, it's a nice babyface story in the final. So I guess either way, it's a nice babyface story. So I guess we just have to wait and see. Mina Shirakawa starting off with Harley Cameron. And the big AEW chant has broken out. Oh, yeah, I forgot we were going to try to get a tweet, an X post put on the screen. Remind me next week we're going to try to do that. Willow Nightingale, of course, and Love Pro Wrestling alumni. Coming in the show, I want to say a couple of years ago. Spencer would know better than I would. I have a terrible memory. Sticking her giant boobs in Mina Shirakawa's face. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to do for winning a wrestling match, but it is what it is, I suppose. Oh, somebody in the front row's got a big tray full of food. I'm already excited about supper tonight, but we will talk more about supper a little bit later on. There's the tag to Willow Nightingale and the timeless one. Tony Storm working the gimmick to perfection. Yeah, I'm excited about the next couple of weeks of Saturday Night Love, this week's music video episode. I got to see who I can get to come on and hang out with me, but I pulled a lot of content, and a lot of it's some old blasts from the past, music video type things. A lot of fun to relive if you're old like me, or maybe to see for the first time if you're of the younger generation. So tune in for that. We also have to figure out what Cage of Death match we're going to watch for the Cage of Death open house Christmas party. All four competitors are in the ring. Oh, we're battling out to the floor. Yeah, at least having one opponent hold the other two for the big dive off the, off the top or off the apron makes it look a little bit less, like dog crap. Sorry. Tandem offense from the Babes of Wrath. And now some tandem offense from the Timeless Love Bombs. It's a good name. Thought they might run this as the main event, to be perfectly honest. I'm assuming they'll do Joe and Eddie Kingston as the main event, but or maybe even run this as like your hour one main event. But hey, what do I know? The answer, nothing. Tag into Willow Nightingale. Handling both members of the Timeless Love Bombs. But the numbers game just too darn much, ladies and germs. And a pounce. Myself and a coworker today we were talking about Monty Brown, or whatever his gimmick name was in I can't remember, what was his gimmick name in WWE? I can't remember. It's Fernando, my man, what's going on? We are just in commercial, which gives me a chance to do my massive sales job. So hold on a second as we check out what's going on. January the 23rd, Love Pro Wrestling begins our 2026 with Great Scott LPW 44 back at the Rec Room, South Edmonton Common. Tickets available right now at Tixr.com. That's TIXR.com. If you cannot be here in Edmonton to watch the show, we will be live on IWTV at 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Quizplex coming up on the 16th, raising money for Toys for Tots. I will hope to make my interim crown a not-interim crown, but I will have to defeat the champion in Anthony Green. Coming up Saturday Night Love, we'll be checking out some wrestling-made music videos. Some blasts from the past like Bat Street USA and Stand Back and Real American and all that kind of stuff. That should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I pulled some stuff today for us to take a look at, and I think it's going to be good. And of course, 1 week from Saturday, it is the Saturday Night Love Cage of Death open house Christmas party. I hope and predict shenanigans and nonsense and all that other kind of fun stuff. So that's everything that's coming up in the world of Love Wrestling over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be right back with more of the women's tag team title match. All right, we are coming back from commercial in our quest to find out who will be the inaugural first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Fernando is looking for Timeless Tony and Mina Shirakawa. I believe that the Babes of Wrath, I feel like, are the right ones to win this. This is just, for some reason, my gut says this. But I think they did a decent job of kind of elevating some other teams around, so there is sort of a division to work with this, with the Sisters of Sin and Megan Bain and the girl whose name I can't remember because I'm dumb. So, you know, you're not going to crown new champions and just have us all of a sudden have all these tag teams disappear. So that's what I think sometimes they forget in moments like this. It's all fun and exciting and new to crown the first ever women's tag team titles, but now this is something that you've got to book for going forward. Like trios titles. Oh, it's cool. We're going to have trios titles. But then that's something you got to book for. And if you don't and you let it get lazy, it looks bad. So just my thoughts. Mina handling both of the Babes of Wrath. Things going the way of the timeless love bombs, at least at this point. I love a good figure four leg lock. The classics never die, you know? A double submission going on here. Now, this annoys me, but again, I'm nitpicking just what I do. But Harley Cameron, you got to sell that knee now. It was in that figure four for a long time. Let's at least pretend that there's something wrong with it. Again, what do I know? Nothing. But the fans are happy and chanting AEW, and I guess that's what the main takeaway from this whole thing should be, anyway. Dude, that looked like not great. Storm 0. Willow breaks it up just in time, or we would have had new women's tag team champion. Northern Lights on the floor. Meanwhile, in the ring, Mina and Harley Cameron are duking it out. Bro, you missed that kick. Oh, all right, that's fine. Is she bleeding from the nose? I can't tell. There's the tag to Willow, and it could be the moment. The Babe with the power bomb. And Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron are your first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. I can't tell if that's blood or lipstick all over Harley's face, but I think that would be some blood. But you know what? It ain't ballet. Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, first ever tag team champions. I have no problem with that. It's all good. Oh, and here's Remarkable Renee. Oh, now Harley's going to get emotional. Yeah, that's cool. I'm good with that. Oh. There you go. A nice little happy story to begin. Winter is coming from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been to Atlanta. I don't remember much about it other than the Coca-Cola Museum. I'm sure there's more stuff there than just that. Uh-oh. Here is Mina and Tony Storm. I assume we're going to do the sportsmanship thing. Yes, we are. And even Sting in the front row. Front row Sting is, even he is applauding. So still to come, we have the tornado match between Hangman and Swerve taking on Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, so Joe and Eddie Kingston will be our main event tonight. Oh, we're going to hear from the Oops right now. Big Joe chant from the house. Joe has always been a fabulous promo. Oh, Hawaiian John has spoken. Oh, looks like we're going to get Jack Perry and Okada as soon as we come back from the commercial. So hang out. That'll be a banger. All right, I just found out I got sound effects. I got a bounce. I got bongo drum roll. I got intense applause. I've got heartbeat and a gong. Sweet. I'm going to have to start gonging things. All right, we're back from commercial. We have got John Moxley. I think they need to start pulling the trigger on what's going on with Moxley here, with him losing and tapping out to things. They need to start building to that. I also noticed that Claudio Castagnoli is noticeably absent from this promo. A stairwell promo. I have filmed many stairwell promos in my day. Yes, where is Claudio? Alrighty. As we hear the music of one Jungle Jack Perry. Oh, I have the hiccups. Pardon me. A Gold League match in the... Oh, there's a baby being held up for dancing purposes. Jack Perry has that rather sizable knife, which is concerning. Unfortunately, Jack Perry has to inherit the loss that Darby Allin suffered at the hands of whomever it was that beat him. I don't remember. Oh, that's exactly what I just said. Kazuchika Okada is the measuring stick of greatness. I thought I was the measuring stick of greatness, but my poor headphones are falling apart. It makes me look like I have dandruff when I don't. It's just these. You can see the plastic covering is flaking off, making me look bad. I don't need help to look bad. I can look bad all on my own. Here comes the Rainmaker. And half the title that's like the whole title, but it's half the title. And I still don't understand how any of that works, but Okada has pyro because, you know, he's Okada. All righty, here we go. What do they say? Gold League, Blue League, World League of American Football? I can't remember. Oh, look, it's Don Callis. Gold. It's a Gold League match. Okada is all leg. I forget how, you know, long arms, long legs. Big dive, nicely done from Jungle Jack Perry. Show friends or show business? Yeah, I wonder how long Darby's going to be out for. Jungle Jack on the top. I think there's video of Luke Perry at like an old WWF show with Jack, his son, there, like very, very young, like 7 or 8 years old. I'm sure if I cared to go, oh, Jack Perry to the floor, taking out a sound dude guy. Poor Jack Perry dumped over the barricade into the fan area. Next to a confused, but I'm sure well meaning security guard. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher and Speedball should be good. Looking forward to that. All right, Continental Classic continues. We're going to commercial. Stick around. All right, coming back from commercials in this Gold League matchup. New Music Inferno from Las Vegas, Nevada. How are you doing, my friend? We are dynamiting it up. You missed the crowning of the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, and now we got some Continental Classic stuff going on here. We're having fun. It's a cold winter's night here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, but the action is hot. So you didn't miss anything. Fair enough. What do we think of the Babes of Wrath being the ones to be the first champs? I'm cool with it. For a bunch of reasons. In the kitchen, making a little dinner. What are we having? I'm gonna talk about what's for dinner for Boris later because I'm very excited. But what's cooking in Vegas? Oh, big clothesline from Jack Perry. Pasta. I love me some pasta. I might love me some pasta a little bit too much. I'm pushing maximum weight density here, but that's, it's not my fault that food is so tasty and beer is so delicious. Mushroom tortellini, that sounds awesome. Next commercial break, I will touch on what Boris is having for dinner. Oh. Deadlift German suplex on the Rainmaker. Maximum sexiness. That should be my new name. I'm Maximum Sexiness, Big Bad Boris. I like that. Wow, the Calgary Flames and the Detroit Red Wings about to get underway. Well, they got a bunch of stuff coming up there in Cardiff, Wales. They're at New York City coming up. And of course, the pay-per-view in Chicago because, Chicago's in desperate need of big wrestling shows. They haven't had very many over the past few years. Big elbow from Okada. Jack Perry avoids the Rainmaker, but not the dropkick. Yeah, the Red Wings are decent. Anybody's better than the Flames, but you know what? We're doing what we can, and if we get, we keep having a tough year, we get a good draft pick, maybe even Gavin McKenna. So we'll just, I'm just enjoying hockey and not expecting anything, which makes life a little bit easier. Big knee strike. Oh, but Okada kicks out at 2. Oh, trying to go for the submission, but Okada taking a bite out of the arm. The wing, if you will, of Jack Perry. Did Jack Perry just bite him in the nether regions? The submission locked in after the biting. Oh. Okada gets to the ropes. Inventive escape. Is that what we call that? Jack Perry's got great hair. I'm very jealous. I had hair one day or 1 year, long time ago. Backslide, rolling through, maintains wrist control, hits the Rainmaker, but continues to maintain wrist control. Oh, he ducks the Rainmaker, avoids impact on the dropkick. There is the Rainmaker, which I assume will lead us to the 3 count. Kazuchika Okada defeats Jungle Jack Perry. Good match, though. It's not the destination, it's the friends we made along the way. Front row Sting, not impressed. Oh, and here comes the Don Callis family with a giant gym bag that I assume is full of money, but I should never assume. Shouldn't Luchasaurus be saving him right now? Wait a minute. Is he going to buy Jungle Boy Jack Perry? Offering Jungle Boy a spot in the Don Callis family. Fans are chanting to bite his lower regional area. Oh, and the Flames are losing already. What is Jack Perry going to do? And he says, hell to the no. And he will attempt to fight off the entire Don Callis family, which is not going to end well. But alas, I assume we are about to bear witness to Luchasaurus. Why the fuck he wasn't there 5 minutes ago, I don't know. But hey. Maybe Luchasaurus needs some help, perhaps, from the Young Bucks who have come up from the rear with the steel chairs. I believe a multi-man tag team match is brewing in our near future. Oh, Front Row Sting approves of this message. And now Don Callis is surrounded. There's no money in that bag. Poor Rocky Romero. I like when Taz sings this song. Oh, here comes Mark Briscoe celebrating with the Babes of Wrath, much to the chagrin of Roderick Strong. Oh, we're going to take a look at Mercedes Moné. But Red Velvet defeated Ultimo Moné at the Ring of Honor show. Is Mercedes losing her grip on reality? Only time will tell. We're going to hear from Mark Briscoe up next. It looks like we're going to commercial, which is now the time to discuss what I'm really, really excited about.
What's for dinner? Let's find out. Something tasty, there's no doubt. Boris is hungry, he's ready to eat. Then off to bed, his night's complete. What's for dinner?
What is for dinner, indeed? It's so silly. I do love it. It does make me happy. Tonight, pardon me, Mrs. Boris is whipping up a delicious batch. Oh, the Flames are losing 2-0 now. A delicious batch of chicken enchiladas that I'm very, very excited about because she makes a hell of an enchilada. We're in commercial. We shall return. Stick around. All right, we are coming back from commercial. Who do I think should beat Mercedes for this? See, I was thinking about that, but I was also thinking about who's going to be the one to beat Athena for what's it, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? How long she had the title for? I don't know the answer to either one of those questions. I think those are both. I think you could really use that to make somebody. So I don't know. That's a really good question that I nobody springs to mind. Let me think on that. Oh, apparently we just cut off Eddie Kingston in the middle of his promo. That was weird. That was a weird transition, but all right, here comes Mark Briscoe, your TNT champion. Let's see what the TNT champion has to say. Atlanta, Georgia, that's where we live. Okay, we can all kiss his big white ass. And they're chanting big white ass. Yeah, early start for Collision this week. Oh, it's the great Yuta. The fans are not having any of the great Yuta's nonsense. See, I thought that Athena should have lost to Billy a long time ago, but I don't know now. Maybe that ship has sailed. I'm not sure. All right. Death Riders are holding back Daniel Garcia for a very long period of time. I mean, you may very well be right. I'm not as up on the Ring of Honor TV as I should be. So, yeah, maybe they could circle back to that. I think that'd be a cool moment. I'd be down with that. Uh-oh. There's a situation developing. Triangle of Madness is beating up the locker room. But here comes Chris Statlander wearing her title. I watch a lot. I mean, if I in a perfect world, I win the lottery and I just watch everything. But, I got to go make money. And here come the oops. It would appear it's time for our Tornado Tag Team match. Here comes Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs and their group of students / cannon fodder. I wonder if they get to keep the oops t-shirts. I mean, I got beat up for the oops and all I got was this lousy t-shirt kind of thing. Yeah, I know. If I could just watch wrestling for, as a job, I'd be happy with that because there's a lot of cool stuff out there that I am missing, but I would also get fatter than I am now, which is not healthy. Here comes the former AEW World Champion, the Hangman, Adam Page, soon to be joined by his tag team partner, shockingly enough as it is, Swerve Strickland. Hangman is out in the crowd with his chain. And Swerve also in the crowd with Prince Nana and his coffee cup. Oh, he's got a new dance, too. My goodness, so much is happening. Hangman and Swerve taking their sweet time, which means we're going to have an overrun preventing me from eating my enchiladas. But the ops have sent their lackeys up the stairs towards certain doom. Yeah, that's pretty much, Yeah, okay. Well, we just stapled the hell out of random. All right, Shibata has appeared in the crowd. Oh, Shibata's got the staple gun, but he inadvertently stapled his own random soldier. Powerhouse Hobbs has a chair. It's chaos. I also don't know, like, I don't understand the name of the show. Like, Winter is Coming. I know it's like some sort of Game of Thrones reference. But here in Canada, winter's been here for a while. It's not coming, it has come. All right, now we're up in the concourse area, battling it out. Hangman fighting by the bar, shocking as that is. Oh, the bartender is pouring a beverage. Hobbs is pouring beer all over him. Oh, they broke the Christmas tree. You can't break the Christmas tree. And the merchandise / random tables set in the concourse. Oh, and he high-fived the bartender. Oh, and he got a Bud Light from the bartender. I wonder if they, like, cleared that with the bartender before, What do you mean by AEW badly missed swerve? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. His absence was definitely noticed. I understand what you're saying. I apologize. I miss Osprey as well. I don't know what his timetable for return is, but we're battling it out in the concourse area, which I'm sure is fun for the fans, but it is kind of boring on TV, but, whatever. All right, going to commercial, so we'll do some housekeeping again, as we have done. LPW number 44, coming your way January 23rd here in Edmonton, Alberta. You can get tickets at Tixr.com. That's TIXR.com. If you cannot be in the Rec Room on the 23rd of January, you can watch live on IWTV starting at 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern. Leads us to Quizplex, your favorite pub bar trivia, wrestling trivia game featuring me this time around. Tuesday, December 16th, 10 p.m. Eastern. We will be playing for Toys for Tots, raising money for an amazing charity, especially this time of year for people who the kids need the gifts for the Christmas because they've been good all year round. Leading us to Saturday Night Love, 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Eastern, over on the Twitch. We're going to watch wrestling-made music videos, Pile Driver and Stand Back and all that kind of crazy fun stuff, which will lead us to 1 week from Saturday, the Saturday Night Love CZW Cage of Death Open House Christmas Party, Saturday, December 20th, 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern, over on the Twitch. That is all of the excitement that's going on in the Love Wrestling world. Ben Omen, are we going to form a tag team in 2026? Well, it's funny, Ben, because I was going to announce that my appearance in the Revolution Rumble was going to be my retirement match from in-ring competition, and I use that term incredibly loosely. But I was told by Mrs. Boris that I couldn't do that because she wasn't able to be there in person. So apparently, I according to her, I have to be involved in one more match that she can be there for in person. So I believe a tag team of you and I would not be successful, not because of you, but more because of me. Stick around. We got more AEW coming up, and I will answer more of Ben Omen's questions right after this. All right, we are back from commercial already. Ben Omen, are you telling me there's a chance? I mean, I guess you never say never in the wrestling business, but I don't know about you and I being a tag. I don't know about me and anybody being a tag team, unless it's like me and somebody really good, and I could just sit out on the apron and do nothing, and then hopefully win. which is how I became half of the RCW Tag Team Champions. So, Ben, if you want to do all the work and I sit on the apron and do nothing, then yes, I'm absolutely in. But if I have to actually get in and, perform and compete, bad idea. Back inside the ring, I believe the bell has rung and the Tornado Tag Team match is officially underway after all of the nonsense in the concourse. It is the Oops, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata taking on Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. Yeah, this show is going to have an overrun of like 20 minutes, and it's going to piss me off because I want to eat enchiladas and I want to go to bed. Yeah, they broke the Christmas tree in the concourse. I'd be mad. Don't break my Christmas tree. What do we think of Dynamite Kid Jr., whatever you want to call him, and Tiger Mask being in the Jersey J Cup? I guess they're not part of the tournament per se, but they will be doing a special attraction match. That's kind of interesting and kind of cool. Jersey J Cup, a tournament that has sort of flown, in my opinion, more under the radar than it should be. It has been like last year's was good, but the year before, 2 years ago, probably two of my favorite shows of the entire year. Just super, super good. So I'm looking forward to that coming up. I want to say February. Yes, February 6th and 7th. Jersey J Cup. Of course, Jersey Championship Wrestling is kind of an offshoot of GCW, and I'm looking forward to that. Judge Ben Omen, in 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, I guess a week and a bit, will you be able to be on the stream for the Cage of Death open house Christmas party? It's everybody's talking about it. We got to figure out what Cage of Death match we're actually going to watch, but it is one of the biggest nights of the year for nonsense and shenanigans. You hear it's an open house. I mean, it's an open house online. Now, that's never stopped you before from showing up to my actual house. That is a moment that will live in infamy and also happiness in my heart and soul for many years to come. I should actually pull that footage and watch it because, you and White Shirt William Taylor invading my home during the 40-hour stream was fabulous. And a little scary. But I was on no sleep and in a different frame of mind from a normal human being. Shibata charges but gets caught in the hip toss. Rolling into the vertical suplex. And every time I see Shibata wrestle, I always have to talk about the fact that he was done. He had a serious head injury. And able to come back and start doing some exhibition matches and then just full-time wrestling. I wouldn't say what you did to me wasn't fair because I knew you guys were coming. I just didn't know that you were going to come with such vigor and gusto and you were going to shed your clothing. I wasn't aware of that part, but I thought you guys would come, say hi. But you came and but you did bring the entertainment. You brought the entertainment value in the dead of night. So, I mean, I can't be mad at you for that. Shibata ducked the buckshot lariat and hit the low blow. Hangman needs someone to save him. And Swerve is going to do it with style. If you want that shirt, you will have to make it. Also, this Saturday on Saturday Night Love, Mr. Ben Oman, we're going to be checking out some famous and infamous music videos made by wrestling companies. Things like Stand Back with Vince McMahon and was it like the old WWE Desire videos and stuff. I think those are going to be a lot of fun. So that's coming this week on SNL. So again, if you're free and you don't have another booking or you're not going to watch some nonsense, feel free to come hang out. Will Hobbs is a large human being. Ben is a quality human being. I definitely agree with you. Ben, you're getting some love from beautiful Las Vegas. Hello, happy holidays right back to you. We are in the middle of winter is coming and a chaotic tornado tag team match while we relive the 40-hour stream and we talk about our feelings. Poor Powerhouse Hobbs is about to have a bad time. Ooh. Through the table. Shibata right where he needs to be for the buckshot lariat. And the house call. And that's all she wrote for the oops. A lot of chaos and shenanigans, but that's kind of what we sign up for in a tornado tag team match like that. If you're joining us late, the Babes of Wrath became the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Alrighty, what do we got next? Oh, Don Callis is mad at the Young Bucks. Oh, Okada, Hechicero, and Takeshita against the Young Bucks and a partner. Oh, we get Cobb Fletcher and LPW alumni Speedball Mike Bailey in Continental Classic action coming up momentarily. Stick around. I have to use the Little Boris's room. Alrighty, we're coming back from commercial with Stokely Hathaway. How did Stokely end up with FTR? I don't remember. Stokely talks too much. Alrighty, Stokely is done yammering, and we are ready to move on. The man with the stacks, indeed. Here comes Speedball Mike Bailey, who is a hell of a guy, I'd like to add. I do like me some Speedball Mike Bailey. Good dude. And here comes the Proto Star, and I believe probably the guy who should win the whole thing if they really want to build him into the next big star, the next big thing. Oh, Renee's at the ready at ringside. Yeah, I kind of dig Renee at ringside, like very sportscastery sideline reporter. That's kind of a cool thing. Kind of like the injury report thing that TNA does. I know it's just a way to plug the energy drink partnership they have, but like I like that injury report thing that TNA does, just because it's kind of, again, makes it more legit sports kind of a thing. So, all right, there's the bell. We're underway with gold, blue, one of the leagues. And yes, Speedball was on the social medias talking about how this was his match to win. Speedball putting pressure on early. I believe if Fletcher was to win this match, it's definitely going to put him in the driver's seat in the Gold League. What a match he had with Kevin Knight. Was that last week or was that on Collision? I can't remember. But Fabulous. Kyle Fletcher frustrated with the tenacity of the speedball. Actually, that building kind of reminds me a bit of the Expo Center here where TNA ran. Still to come, our main event, the title on the line, Eddie Kingston and Hawaiian John. That's true. You don't mess with the speedball. I am with you on that one. Hell of a guy, too. Hot crowd, too. Gotta like that. Yeah, I could see either Takeshita or Fletcher. And I think they're in the opposite leagues, so that might be a final. I don't know how New Japan would feel about that, but I mean, Fletcher beating Okada in his league final and then beating Takeshita for the whole thing in the same night. I mean, that's a star-making performance. I'm really warming to Brian Danielson on commentary as well, though I do miss Taz. I've always been a fan of Taz on commentary, just kind of spunky and I don't know. Always dug it. Big axe kick, series of kicks from the ball of speed. Here comes the running shooter, I believe. Nobody home. Twisting corkscrew. Acai moonsault to the floor. Now, this is a mistake. If you're speedball, don't chase him. Oh, I told him. Told him not to do it. Even Front Row Sting is not happy about this. What are we doing on top of the barricade? What are we doing here? Oh. Scoops him up and slaps him on the barricade just because. All right, we're going to commercial so everybody can soak in the crazy nonsense we just saw. We'll be back with, I assume, to be the conclusion of this match coming up next. All right, we are back from commercial. We're halfway through the 20-minute time limit of this particular match. A dance break. You don't want to see me dance. I don't have the moves. I do not have the moves. Now, a draw does nobody any good in this match, so we'd assume that they're going to pull out all the stops for the last 10 minutes or so. Speedball with the double knee moonsault on the apron. See, I think this is kind of one of those things, kind of like the Kevin Knight match, where Speedball's going to lose this match, but he's going to come out of it looking like $1 million, which is exactly what happened with Kevin Knight as well. His mullet is very majestic. Spencer's mullet is almost getting into Speedball Bailey territory of mullet greatness. Ooh, look at the big red mark and scrapes and scratches on Bailey's back. Yeah, something tells me we're going to have an overrun tonight since it's 20-8 and we haven't even got the main event in the ring yet. I just want my enchiladas. Speedball up to the top. I don't know what happened there. It did not look great, but the javelin into the middle rope certainly did look great. Into the big sit-out power bomb. But Speedball kicks out because reasons. Yep, hell of a match. Now stomping away at the skull of Mike Bailey. Heavy chops. So this is just dumb. After all the great business, there we go. See, this is good. This is all fine now. Ooh, dumped him on his head. All that chop nonsense, pointless. Power slam! Fletcher kicks out. Something tells me this will be a match people will be talking about at the water cooler tomorrow. Lands on his feet. Hard kick into the moonsault knees. Could this be the coming out party for Speedball Mike Bailey? Fletcher somehow kicks out. I smell enchiladas. Ooh. Fletcher might be out or not. All right, Fletcher in the corner. Oh, caught him coming in with the super duper kick. Oh, caught him coming in with the super duper kick. Ultimate Weapon. But Fletcher kicks out, and now we're starting to tread into overbooking territory, in my opinion. But again, the fans are happy, and that's what matters. I'm sure Joe and Eddie Kingston are in the back going, thanks, guys. Now we get to follow this. Speedball on the apron. Oh, Ultimate Weapon, nothing but floor. Powerbomb on the apron, and I believe this may be the beginning of the end. Big kick in the corner. Oh, Bailey went up like gold for that finish, too. Oh, but Speedball kicks out because of nonsense. Again, a little bit overbooked, but I mean, look at how happy the fans are. Yeah, what's the time limit? What is the time limit? Again, Bailey tries to go up like gold. Fletcher's butt's hanging out. This is just too much chaos. And Speedball gets the win. Wow. I was figuring that Kyle Fletcher was going to run the table in this tournament, but apparently that is not the case. I think that might be on a few people's match of the year lists. Yeah, I mean, a little bit overdone for me, but I mean, absolute. Fans had a blast. That was good stuff. Kevin Knight out to celebrate. Brought to you by Progressive Insurance and Saturday Night Love. Right here on the Twitch, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern. I agree, Fernando. You are absolutely correct. All right, world title match coming up after the commercial. All right, we're back from commercial with the Young Bucks, I assume, agreeing to this match for the money. Luchasaurus says no, but points to the door of Kenneth Omega. Will Kenny say yes? I wonder how many more Kenny's got left in him. Kenny will do it for free, so here we go. Okada, Hechicero, and Takeshita against the Young Bucks and Omega. I mean, yeah, I'm down for that. All righty. As we await our main event of the evening, here comes the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. Veda Scott just tweeted, "Proud of you, baby," on her X account, which I get because that was definitely a thing that a lot of people are going to remember, and maybe the match of the tournament, depending what else the are going to pull out. But here's Eddie Kingston. As we await the arrival of Hawaiian John, your AEW World Champion, Eddie Kingston's entrance pretty short. I wonder if they're running a little bit lesser on time than they were hoping, as we are 7 minutes to the top of the hour. Hawaiian John, accompanied by Hook, who has a sucker or a lolly, as the British folks like to say, or something in his mouth anyway. All righty. Here we go. Eddie Kingston staring daggers at our friend Hawaiian John. There's the bell. Yeah, I think they're pressed for time because they're not wasting any time with pomp and circumstance, if you will. I know it's not going to happen, but could you imagine Eddie Kingston winning the title tonight? Oh, I smell enchiladas. I'm telling you right now. If you ain't here, which you're not, you're missing out. And the referee has thrown, I think they're pressed for time here because the tiniest little bit of interference from Hook and Hook is tossed. I think it reminds me a little bit of the main event of the very first All In. Will I be entering the Royal Rumble after my LPW Rumble? No. As you saw, my appearance in the LPW Rumble was less than successful, so no. I am pretty positive that I will not be in the Royal Rumble. I want to watch the Royal Rumble because I like the Royal Rumble, but the Saudi thing is bumming me out, man. What's Cena's last match on Saturday, too? Yeah, I'll probably watch that, too. Boris monkeys. Now there you go. Get me a mask and stuff. I'm down with that. That's cool. Samoa Joe hammering away. Oh, Kingston with the reversal. All right, so we're going to commercial, 3 minutes to the hour. Stick around. We'll be right back. Wait, hang on. Eric, I have said right from the get-go, even before the season ended, I think Bo was gone. I don't know why. I just get a vibe that if he was going to stay, he would have signed by now. I think Bo goes somewhere else, and I think Tucker signs with the Blue Jays. That's what I think. Just my gut, my feelings. I don't know anything more than anybody else knows, but that's what I'm thinking. We'll be back with I assume, the completion of the main event just moments away, so hang out. All right, we're coming back from commercial, and Eric, as you were saying, as long as Bo doesn't go to Boston, the latest supposed stories that are coming out is that the Boston scenario has kind of cooled off a little bit. So, again, this is just what I'm reading. So we'll see what happens with that. But we are back with our main event. Samoa Joe, Eddie Kingston for the AEW title. I mean, it's hard to follow what we just saw before this. I'd love to see Eddie win the title here. It's not going to happen, but I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, what are they doing for Christmas Eve? Is AEW not running, or are they running a best of show? Like, how's that all going to work? Oh, Claudio and Takeshita on Collision on Saturday. My goodness. Excitement galore happening in AEW right now. I guess, yeah, they would want to run earlier anyway on Saturday, regardless of whether they're in Cardiff, Wales, because they're not going to want to go against Saturday Night Main Event and Cena's last match. Joe charging the corner, hits that kick just like a young Hawaiian John. Things are not going well for Eddie Kingston. Fans rallying behind the Mad King. Sounds like there might be more Joe fans than Kingston fans in the crowd in Atlanta tonight, but regardless, Flames are losing 4-0 now. Big, deep power slam. TNA announcing a big steel cage match for the December 18th edition of TNA Impact. Lots of stuff going on in the pro wrestling world as we round out 2025. Every year, the business gets a little bit crazier, maybe a little bit healthier, but also a little bit unhealthier at the same time. But I'm here for it, man. The very slow Kawada kicks. Ooh, kind of dumped him sort of on his head, kind of on his shoulder. Here is the cover. A fraction of a second away from a new AEW champion. Death Valley driver. Into the STF. He's biting now. Why would we do that? See, just stupid little things like that annoy me. Like, if you're going to do that, have Eddie Kingston bite to get his way out of that submission move, then why would you have, what's his name, bite Okada earlier? One bite per show. I know in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter, but just little things like that irk me. Back inside the ring. Oh. Cutter from Kingston. Into the Coquina clutch. Kingston is fading. And Eddie Kingston taps out. Samoa Joe, still your AEW World Champion. To round out a rather fun episode, especially, the Continental Classic matches. A star-making performance for Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Mike Bailey. $3 hours next Wednesday. Oh boy. Better pace myself for that one. So, yes, Holiday Bash next week, 3 hours from Manchester. Ay. Ooh, the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal next week as well. A lot going on next week. All righty. So that will bring us to the end of another AEW Dynamite watch along. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. If you're on Twitch, throw us a subscribe. If you're on the YouTube, throw us a like and a subscribe and a follow over on Between Two Beards on the Twitter if you're there. We will see you guys all on Saturday night. Saturday Night Love. We're going to watch awesome wrestling music videos. I pulled some stuff, some old stuff that maybe some of the young folks haven't seen yet. And it's going to be awesome. We'll see you Saturday night on the Twitch, 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you soon.